Shoot. It's a difficult grip, I tell you. Working on this brand new one. Very difficult setup. I'll show it here on this live stream for anyone that comes in. Just using a hardware set right now, that's all. Just using a hardware set. It's difficult, I'll tell you what. $6.39. Well. Shoot, almost fell over there. Hey guys, Danger Song. Appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm just shooting around right now, using a new, brand new. I probably won't show it anywhere else. Using a brand new setup here. Check this one out. Like this. I mean, it's really rough. I mean, I gotta. Hang on here. See that right there? That's how it's gonna be. That's how we're doing it. Like that. Difficult grip, difficult grip, difficult grip. I like it though. If you can get it down, woo! I'm only going to show it here though, guys. Hey, welcome, guys. Welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. Dangerous Arm. This is a new thing I'm going to be doing. You know, I know we're going to have a small crowd for right now. No sweat, but this is where I'm going to be releasing different kind of info and things like that. So we definitely appreciate you guys stopping by. You know, here I'll be able to answer questions where I wasn't able to before. So, you know, I think that's going to be good. Yeah, see, this thing, I tell you what, it is tough to hold on to these dice like this. It's rough. 8. Finally hit that son of a gun. 8. I was ever going to hit that thing. So I'm just shooting around. Just going to wait till we got a couple people in here. Rap with you a little bit. Pull up a chair. I got my chair over here too. So this will be interesting. It'll be something different. Well, I think what we're going to do is come to you. I hope, can you guys hear me okay? You guys hear me okay? I hope you can hear me okay. This is on my phone, so I like this phone, by the way. Motorola Z. Let me see. So, oh wow, first time. Yes, this is the first episode live. Thanks, audio's good. Kevin, appreciate that. Appreciate that. What's the other one? Appreciate that, Jay. Hey, welcome, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's something we're going to be doing a little bit different. We're going to still be releasing the videos. What's up, D? Sean, I see you. I see you. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for the feedback. Yeah, I had to get this new phone. I've been waiting. Finally got it, so I'm able to go live action just right here with you. So we're still going to put out the videos like regular, but then we're also going to do like the live action where we can come right to you, answer questions, and show you brand spanking new stuff. Thank you. Appreciate that, D-Yodes. Big thumbs up. Big thumbs up. Appreciate that, guys. I mean, really. So this is something new we're going to be doing, you know, a couple times a week maybe. I mean, if you guys are feeling it, I mean, we don't mind going here for, you know, a couple minutes, show you some new stuff. But check this grip out. Check this one out, in case if you missed it. This is what I'm throwing, I'm working on. See, hand like that. I only have my pinky on here just to hold it for a minute. Then I'm actually going to release it, and that's how it's going to be. I mean, this is it's a difficult setup, but let me tell you what. It's solid. I'm not kidding you. And see, I think it'll be easier to come to you and like give the explanations and things on this instead of the videos. You know, I just think it'll be easier that way. Then we can get feedback going back and forth and interact and things. And, you know, I'll get better at it, you know, because I'll have my computer going where, you know, I can actually see things a little bit better. Right now I'm looking at my phone, so I have to go from over here, from back here, looking at the phone screen to over here. So just show you a couple of these. We're on a come out roll now in between points. So you really gotta, you guys been using that filing system, by the way. I'm trying to tell you, you got to file the tips down. It's huge, huge. So check this throw out. Let's see. Okay. Nice. Thanks, D-Yodes. Appreciate that, Jay. Ah, yes. File the tips. This is true. This is true, Jay. That's what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, it's more powerful than... I mean, I just can't explain. It's better if I talk to you live about it. I mean, it's just unreal, that filing thing. I mean, the wife, she didn't want me to tell anybody about it, to be honest. I was like, dude, I'm going to. We hit 600 subscribers. And that throw's got to be more soft. That was a Craps 12 boxcar, but, you know, we don't worry about that. When we throw those, we normally bet those right back, by the way. Sorry if I missed what you're saying, guys. I don't have the computer where I can see. Let's see here. Can you also cover bouncy tables? Yeah, this is a bouncy table. I mean, this is really bouncy. The video I put out the other day on that horrible tragedy on Vegas, that was horrible, by the way. Can't believe that, because, you know, I don't live in Vegas, but I'm really wanting to move to Vegas. It's just, it'll work out better. I won't go into it now, but it'll just work out better for me personally, the way my game is. There's not nearly enough casinos over here, but another day, another story. But yeah, this is a bouncy table. This is a very bouncy table at the end. Watch the dice here, guys, live action. So I don't know if you can really, tell that, how they're, jumping around. I mean, it's very, very bouncy. And the other end is even more bouncy, to be honest. We're still in that come-out roll, by the way. Still in that come-out roll. That's right, Jay. File tips. Can you also cover bouncy? That's right. Yes, very bouncy. Yes, Diodes, you're right. This is very bouncy. I mean, I like harder tables myself. That's what I started out on, to be honest. And I prefer the more firm tables. Okay, we got a 3 deuce 5. I don't know. I think this is kind of neat though. This way, coming to you. The straight live action. But I've got. Okay, I missed something. Someone said something. Let's see. KJ the other night went to up in PA. They're like 7 out within 2 or 3 shots because of how bouncy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What kind of table do you have? Is your table bouncy at your house? Is that what's going on there? You have a bouncy, or you don't have a bouncy table? I'm sorry. Do you have a firm table? My fault. That's what I meant to say. Do you have a firm table at your place? Is that what you practice on mainly? Sean, the hard way set. Do you try to float? I want to hear it. Do you try to float them in, or do you try to smash the wall? I like to land them. Actually, to be honest, hold on here. Shoot, I'm not trying to miss you, sorry, Kevin. Try to read this real quick. Get to you real quick, Sean. Because I don't go hard at this, fast and some quick, but I've been watching and learning about dissecting for quite some time, and still remain skeptical. If it it definitely works. It definitely works, Kevin. It definitely works. I mean, when you have tons of cash right now, your own custom table, etc., you can really make this happen. Not mean to be mean. Oh no, you're not being mean. I mean, that's cool. Everyone has their preference. Let me get to all right, the bouncy table. To answer that real quick, this is great. This is why I want to do this live action. I actually use the hard way. I don't like the hard way set. The reason I use the hard way set is to determine the dice set that I'll use. I use the hard way set, and it lets me know which way the dice are moving. Because if the dice are, double pitching. So if I'm using the hard way set 5-4, 5-4, and I 7 out, with a 5-2 or 4-3, that kind of thing, well, I know that my dice are double pitching. So, I'm going to make an adjustment that way. I've been working on these adjustments because these adjustments are, and I'll go into it later on. I think it'll be good to actually break it down like here, not here right now, but another, episode. Because that's what I've been doing. I love dice sets and things like that, but that's the only reason I use the hard way set. But when I use it, I'm still trying to land, within 6 inches of the wall. I'm still trying to land within 6 inches of the wall. I mean, no doubt. And I'm sorry if I missed anyone's question that floated by. Remember, I'm on my cell phone, so it just went by. I got a 5. There's the point. And we're out. Well, naturally, no rhythm. But, so that's that new throw I'm working on, though. Got a couple doubles with it, though. Got a little 7 out. Put a little, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just a little silly little 10. But the video I put out, let's see here. Okay, Jay, I don't have a table at my house. I just practice throwing on the bed. Practice making grip the dice home. I'm only practice with. Right. All right. Okay, please break down how exactly you're supposed to read table and the dice. Like when you're at the casino. Okay, real quick, Jay. Man, you got to get. I'm going to release a video. It's not the best, quality because it's just me throwing in a little box. So I've got some long rolls. That's not the point. But the point is my box is only probably about this wide. If you can see my hands, it's probably literally like this wide. I mean, we're talking about. If I actually give you measurements, I can give you measurements. 1 second. Hold on a second. Tripped over the cord back here. Got my measuring tape here. All right. literally my table was only about, let's see, maybe 22 inches across. That's it. Maybe 22 inches across. So that's it right there. That's 22 inches. That is it. Please break down how exactly you're supposed to read it. Okay. Also, what I do for a bouncy table is a low throw, maybe 1 inch above rail, and landed on the big 6 and 8. Well, on a bouncy table, I like to get them in there. See, we're going to have to, I got to turn you guys on to these dice sets that I'm on now. You know, I like what I call half sets, half sevens, where they're, you have your, by the way, what I 7 out at? Was that a 5? Yeah, 5-2. So I did double pitch. So let's say I double pitched. Now, if I was going to throw again, what I would do is I'd either go 5-4-3-5, like that, or I would do, this one, what I really like, what I showed you in that video, 5-4-3-2. And the reason, I'm going to turn this down a little bit, it's distracting me, my fault. Okay, so I like these because you're dancing with the 7. You're right around the 7, but you're not at the 7. And this is the throw, like the dice set you want, and you keep them tight to the wall. You don't want them kissing each other, though, because if they kiss, it'll make them stick, and your throws stay tight. And you don't want a super tight throw like that. You want it, a small minimum, a nice little crash with this. And I like that, because that's more of a throw I like when I throw 9 foot out. That's what I was just throwing, on out. But I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I wanted to tell you that's what I like. But another one, like the 5-4-2-4, that's really good too, because it keeps you away from the double pitch off the hardway set. And the hardway set is difficult because you really have to keep off the double pitch. I can stay away from the 6-1. I can, virtually eliminate the 6-1, 7 out. And I virtually, in a lot of my dice sets, two of the ways the 7 will come out, like 6-1, 1-6, will be totally eliminated. I've been noticing lately. So if I get something to drink, man, I'm yapping. But how do you read the table? I hope I answer this correctly. And again, this is my first episode, guys, so I'll get better, believe me. When I come up to the table, say you've got your little bit of monies, and I'm still going to come back to the question of, why I don't have the fancy table and all that kind of stuff. So that's a good question. I appreciate that. My thoughts and prayers go out to the folks out in Nevada. That's a terrible, terrible thing that went on there. But let's see here. Also, what bounce table is low throw? Okay. Thanks. Oh no, not leaving you out. No. I still, I'm still getting there. But I wanted to say that how you read the table. You like I'll walk up, have my money right there. And I like to kind of play it off. Do this kind of thing with my hands. You know what I mean? You can always put your bet down. Kind of feel it. I'd feel this and go, oh, it's kind of soft. You know what I mean? But then you got to also kind of, find out how the bounce is, and that's why I don't like to bet on my first roll. To be honest, I don't want to bet on my first roll. I actually want to find out what the table's doing, and I also want to find out how my hand's throwing, because I'm telling you, you guys have heard me in the videos a bunch, but I can't stress to you enough in this live action how important it is to know your throw and know how it is for that day, because you can have overall, because overall my throw at dice control for me overall is a typical throw, X, right? Then it will, like lately my hand is really tight because of some of these really awkward grips. So what that's doing is that's making my regular dice set, my regular way I set the dice up in my hand, like this, my regular setup, how I do like that, it's making my hands cramped up, so it's throwing that throw off just a pinch. So, when things like that happen, sometimes you got to settle, you've got to know other ways, like all these many different handsets I've showed you and things like that. That's why I do that. Plus, it keeps me from being bored. And you don't know what's going to be, because overall they all function pretty much the same. And I have pretty much dice sets and hand sets what I use that are like my bread and butter type thing, and you'll come to find that out as you throw. But you don't want. I don't think you want to bet right off the rip. I mean, you can, but me, I'll be cold, and I don't know what the table's doing. I've got to find out what the table's doing. Plus, I can't stand being distracted by all these damn people that'll be there these days. I can't believe. I'm not even gonna get on a rant. Yo, I told myself I was only gonna be on here 15 minutes, guys. Sorry, you guys came in a little late. It's okay. But Kevin, the reason I don't have all the fancy stuff. I mean, I've got the 2016 car and all that. Whatever. I mean, all that's great. One thing, I'm more of a builder. I like to do things with my hands. It doesn't make sense. I sit and watch these guys, on the internet. They'll have the slickest table on the internet, but they can't throw a lick. Okay, Sean, I have a very bouncy table, home time casino. Been using 6-2. I skip along the table and smash the corner or flat wall. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the bottom line with dice control is having a consistent roll and knowing your roll so you know which way and what sets to roll that day. Not to make things difficult, but you'll have like a base throw and things that you use. But after so long, after you get deep in the game, like you see me show you many different things, well, that's the reason being is because, sometimes my regular throw might be just, excuse my mouth, but shitty. And it frustrates me. When I first started out, that's the only throw I had, and so then I thought that, well, this didn't work. I thought dice control didn't work, but it does. Sorry, I derailed because I read those other things. Kevin, some people are into flash and stuff like that. I'm not, man. I'm more of a country type, where my philosophy is I want to fly under the radar, like you won't ever see my face, and I'd like to show my face and be like, hey, what's up, guys, and all that, but, the casinos have facial recognition, and I'm not stupid. I know what the technology does. I know what they do. If you've seen the Vegas guy, he was a high roller. They knew about all of his business, man. That's why I wanted to actually come on here and talk about it a little bit. They knew about all of his business. He had gambled like 160K over the past, couple weeks, high roller, whatever. That's great, but they knew all of his business. I'm not into that. If you guys are familiar with Bone Thrower, love Bone Thrower, man, that dude is tough as shit, man. Excuse me out, but he's super tough. I mean, I can't even say enough about the guy. But, yeah, that's the way I think, though. You know what I mean? I mean, I've already got the flashy car, and I don't like that. You know what I mean? I'd prefer like an older truck and just low-key stuff. When we move on to this place, because we're tied into this lease, we're going to be on some land and things like that. And I'll probably actually build a, lots of people. Yep, like Bone Thrower, and I appreciate your honesty. Can I ask you a personal question? Do you do this for a living, or do you plan on it? Or do you... No, hey, no, Kevin, thank you. I want to. I hate seeing the guy out in Vegas, man. I wanted to move to Vegas, but, I like trees better because, truthfully, it's more important, to be honest. I like trees and wooded areas, seclusion better than all that. But, if you're a dice controller, it's, it's like the casinos, personally, for me at this point, they're more like... banks and ATMs, and I just look to collect my money. I'm not jocking Bone Thrower, but he's on the real shit when he tells you about the short game. And if you don't understand what he's saying is don't be in there long. So even if you're a silly thrower like him or me, whatever, anyone, yourself, whatever, anything can happen. You gotta get your money and get up out of there. You know what I mean? That's it. Or get your money and keep hitting them with their money. That kind of thing. But, sorry, Kevin, I derailed. Shoot, let me see here. Let me go back to the question, see if I can, okay. Can I ask okay, no, I do not do this for a living. I'm part-time right now. I've mentioned it a couple times in a couple of the videos, guys. I try not to talk too much. Thank you, Kevin. I work part-time, and I actually like what I do. I won't say what I do, but it keeps me, you see it like they're an 18, yeah, absolutely. it's hard to go into all this stuff. I mean, on video, because it just won't come across like how I really feel. This, you can hear my voice and you can understand that I'm not a bullshitter. I'm serious. Now, when I go to the casino, I'm not there to make friends. I'm cool to the workers and things like that, and I tip them well. Because you want to keep them off of you. You definitely want to keep them off of you. Because I've had them act like dicks. Normally, like the last video I went and did, they wouldn't give me the dice, and normally they give me the dice. And I was out by that lady that she wasn't betting. Her dude was like betting on the don or doing something weird over there. But she was rolling the shit out them dice, buddy. Yeah, she was rolling the piss out them dice. I mean, woo, it was nice. I said, well, so, I didn't, I'm just not going to break in on someone's roll like that. I'm not going to do that, guys. I'm real serious about that, because I really wouldn't want anyone to do that to me or put their damn dice at the end like I always line up with. By the way, I like full press. I got to mention it. I mean, Bone Thrower, when he always tends on his live, he's got his, I think it's his nephew at the end. I love it. It's so fast. Dude, that's so genius. Covering for him so no one can put the bets down there in his way in his landing zone. That's double thumbs up right there. That's double thumbs up for Bone Thrower. I mean, that's slick. I noticed that. So, where was I at? Shit. Yeah, so I wasn't going to get in the way of her throwing the dice. Put my money down there. Have my money ready to go. And the people knew I was ready to go. And I had I was going to show the two finger this way. With the camera in my front pocket. I thought it was going to maybe show up, decent. Had it warmed up, was ready. It was really hot too, and I knew I was going to throw some shit too, live action. But as soon as it's time to pass me a dice, they're like, okay, push the dice over, and I'm waiting for the dice. They're like, psh, over to the dude who was taking the dice and was like doing like the sidearm, like 6'5" sidearm, which I'm not hating on the sidearm, but. And, actually that day, I was pissed. What I couldn't explain in the video was, the reason the video kept looking away was because I had it in my right top pocket, and I was looking away because I was pissed. And what I would do was, I already had my minimum bet down there. So, he was rolling a 7. He kept rolling a 7-11, so I'd pull my money back. I turned away because I was heated. I was cussing like, son of a bitch, So I was serious. Shit, I feel clear. I'm ready to get on. So I'd pull my money. Boom. He won again. Money's down there. Keep pulling money. So I won $40 in 4 rolls off a dude. And I was like, all right, some bitches. So that was just real funny for me. Dicking me over. How long do I practice for the casino? DOs, appreciate that. Well, it depends. It depends. I like to just kind of warm up my hand and just basically warm up the throw. I don't want to throw for hours because dice control to me is like a sport, guys. I mean, this is like a sport to me. If I feel like at this point, because I've thrown so damn much now, excuse my mouth, but I've thrown so much that, sorry, man, let me cut this off, man, this thing. I've thrown so much that, cut that cussing back a little bit, man. I try to use back. I try to behave. This keeps me in a lighter mood. But I try to, like a pitcher, basically warm up, the throw. Jay, you know what it is. The dice and casino are never cleaned and wiped. There's so much grease on there. Wait, Mike. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I use my little thing here. Use that, and I always have my trusty. These are broke down, but I have like longer sticks. I try to use them all the way up. Just regular chalk. I keep that in my pocket, along with the bag right here. Along with the bag. That way, I can battle through the sweat and everything. And I like to wash my hands beforehand. And or if you can't wash your hands, those little hand wipes that you get from like B-Dubs, those are good too. Just to wipe the tips of your hands. That's going to be on the dice. Now, there's going to be someone spitting on the dice, like my dude on there. Hey, he was getting ready. I'm glad we're on here. I got to get this out. He was rolling the shit out them dice. He was getting ready to hit that fire bet. Those sumbitches, what it didn't pick up was they were messing with him so hard. They stopped the game so much. They're letting other people in. He switched hands on that video. I don't know if you've seen that. Street Craps Roller. I don't know which video that is. Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, you see my video where the street craps roll. I mean, that's what reminded me of that because he was taking the dice, taking them like this, and he was spitting in his hand. He was spitting on the dice. I didn't believe it at first till I replayed it back. Then he's shaking them up. Then he throw them down. Then boom, that son of a bitch had already hit. He wasn't a son of a bitch. I'm just only saying that because I get excited. All right, I get excited. I'm just keeping it honest. He was getting ready to hit his fourth point for the lower level, fire bet. Man, I never seen a casino sweat so hard right there. They were sweating the shit out that dude, man. And he wasn't 7 out. He wasn't. He was high-fiving and everything. I thought I was in a movie. Like, damn, man, this dude's legitimately hot, man. Let me just stay back here and keep videoing. So, but anyway, he eventually 7 out after, so much messing with him. And, they stopped the game and told him he can't be spitting on the dice, and which he was spitting on the dice. But that dude was bad because, see, I live from Section 8 house here in New York, the Mountain Street Crabs and Building Lobby. You know what? Hey, I'm going to tell you what. To be honest, that's where I started out with street crabs when I was 15. That's a true story. Went over to my buddy's dad, and, we were all in high school, and we shot street crabs. We made money at that shit, man. It was nice. Minimum 100 a day. I mean, shit, but we didn't have any bills back then. You know what I mean? You got bills now. Car payments, rents, utilities, food, all that kind of stuff, You got to keep that separate from your bankroll, you know what I mean? But hell yeah, street craps, though. I remember going to my buddy's dad's and licking him. That's where we talked, that street craps talk like that. Beat him down for like 600, you know what I mean? It was pretty good, though. It's pretty nice. That's why I showed that street craps roll. Hey, and I like that street craps roll, by the way. That one where I showed where mainly my left hand, where I get way up on the tips like that. I'm like this, and I bring it just slightly back, slight pendulum, and throw it down. I can't help the snap, guys. Sorry. It's just because it's just the muscle memory from back in the day with the street crabs, so you have to forgive me. So yeah, I like that street craps roll. Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's it's when I do the street craps roll. But hey, delivering pharmaceuticals, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, you know what? Something I wanted to talk about here. I won't hold you guys too much longer. It's been pretty fun, though. Pretty nice chatting with you guys. Hopefully, we got some things out to where everyone's learning because, I'm really serious about this. I mean, I'm not, and I'll go into detail in other videos, live stream, because we're going to do this here and there so we can chat it up a little bit. But I'm going to go into detail of what the books I started out with and what's not in the books. Because the things, and I'm just telling you straight, the grips and throws from Dangerous Arm over here and Bone Thrower. I mean, there's other guys out on the internet. I'm not, like, oh shoot, what's his name? He hadn't put a video out in a while, but he's real smooth, talking real smooth throw. Oh man, I'm sorry, buddy. I can't remember your name right now. Dang it. So, do you still start low bets or do you hit them with high place bets? Actually, right now, what I'm doing, because I'm not, full go with it. Damn, knocked my stuff over. I did tell you I was part time, right? And I was looking to go pro once we, move out of the situation we're in, which is within 10 months. Where what I mean pro is meaning where I could still work. I might still be working part time, but there's no need to work part time. I enjoy, working. It keeps me busy. Mid 40s, I need to keep busy. You don't want to get lazy and just go to the casino, make your money there, go flop at the house and do that. That's no good for your health. You got to stay healthy, man. It's good for the mind. Shit, let me look at that, man. I got sidetracked. Sorry. I start off right now. It just depends. It just depends. If I'm going in there because I'm doing a lot of testing right now with a lot of different sets and grips. Because I want to find out, what grips dominate the most on these bouncy tables. Because when I go, a lot of people throw the dice, and the dice bounce a lot off the table. That's why I came up with that super grip, because the super grip, seems to stick like flies on fly paper, to be quite honest. And I know this grip is hard, guys, but I'm telling you something. If you get this grip down, just get ready to make solid money. Just make sure that you're ranged in with it. I just don't agree with picking up the dice. Some people might feel different about picking up the dice and just betting, what have you. I don't do that. I want to come in. I just, I want to make sure I know what I'm doing, But not to digress, I'll be showing what the books I started with, like Golden Touch and things like that, because some of these dice sets, grips, really, to be honest, I've never seen in books before. You know what I mean? It just happens to be so many hours of rolling and rolling. And, like when I came up with that stagger grip, I was talking to the wife, and I just was throwing with the super grip, and I was like, well, let me go ahead and stagger this thing. Start throwing a little bit. And I started, throwing a little bit with it. I'm like, well, I wasn't 7-ing out, so I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And I kept not 7-ing out. That was a 5-1. I kept not 7-ing out. So I said, oh, hold on a second. There might be something to this daggone thing. So I kept on rolling. Then I figured out ways. I got it down to ways of, when I'm throwing from the stick left 2 of the dealer, I want to actually, preferably, move the front dice, to the right side for some reason. I don't know. It just works better. And also my hand grips the die like this more, like that. It goes on the dice like that. Then my hand's open. It's just a way more comfortable grip than the very first time I showed this full hand grip. Although I like this grip, but it's so hard on my hand, man. It makes my hand so damn tight, and I've got to be able to keep throwing. I practice 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day. You want to avoid the burnout, though, guys. You want to avoid the burnout. But, so I came up with this grip here. Now, what I prefer my hand is when I actually... Now, you can actually still be on the same side, stick left 2 of the dealer, and do that grip. But when I move the dice from, over to the left, I prefer my thumb and back finger. That's still the same, but I prefer to have this finger up on the dice like that instead of having it back. It's a slightly different shot, but that is what I really want, because when I release this thing, so I can't show you, this is good for live, so I can get this better across to you. The key on this throw is making sure your thumb is like getting that push on that back dice to kind of keep it flattened out. To keep it kind of flattened out, if that makes sense, when you're releasing it. And you want to throw not straight into the wall, you want to throw at an angle. More or less, like if you're standing stick R2, you want to land from the center right of the center, or just left of the center. Whatever you found works best for your hand. 6215 works great with smashing the wall. Oh yeah, thanks, Sean. I do prefer the stagger. I do prefer. Oh yeah, absolutely, Sean. Absolutely. What's up, Sean? Absolutely. Absolutely. But with the betting, I know I digress, but with the betting, it's just all how you feel. It's all how you feel. I can't wait to move out of here, because what I really want to do, I want to get on more of the stable. Okay, there's not too many of us here, so I'm going to tell you what I really think about this betting thing. Here's what I really think. I've seen like thousands and thousands and thousands of views off these complicated ass betting schemes. It doesn't make a lick of sense. I weigh the options, and it makes more sense to know dice control and control your dice. Thanks. I appreciate that. Super grip is nice. Am I smashing against the wall? Jay? I'm always landing, unless I'm doing a wall crasher. I'm always landing anywhere from 2... Let me think. So if I'm throwing a super grip, let me think here. Okay, that's a short one. Yeah, hard 4. Oh, I got another pair of dice here. That wasn't. I can't stand them junky throws, man. But you can be on the best roll of your life, and all of a sudden you throw some junk throw. I hate that. But okay. That's short. Yeah, I like to be right there. That's a 2-1-3. I like to be, because my pass line is a foot out. I think it's a foot out. I really like anywhere up to 6 inches, out. But I like to be snug to the wall. That's the way my throw is. I like to be snug to the wall. I'm not going to lie. I'll definitely let you know if things change. I want to put out there, though, that that throw of Bone Thrower is nice. When he said that, and I watched that video, how he said that some people might not think that he's controlling the dice. Oh, believe me, I wasn't one of them. I know. And what's nice is, see, it's not just about dice control, at some point. And the thing is about the big money and the flashiness, you don't really want to be known. You don't want to have, this is a great thing to be able to do, to be able to go into any casino and make money. They hate that. I've went way over my time. I knew not to do this, man. My fault. Jeez. Anyway, all right. A couple more minutes. That's it. My fault. But, hey, appreciate you guys coming in. Appreciate it. It's nice. We're warming it up, getting it all out right now, getting a little bit out. But, where was I going with that? I got distracted a little bit. My fault. With the funky betting, it's not about all that, the funny bets and all that stuff, It's not about that. It's about the dice, controlling the dice, in the short game. But remember that. Keep that in mind. That's no joke. Believe me, the short games work. Damn it. Sorry about that. I don't know what the hell happened. Y'all wasn't even throwing. It fell over. Silly. Damn it. My fault, guys. Whatever. Same way. Give us a couple more minutes. My fault. Bible Gate table that simulates casino table. I go to most. That's just practical because then you best simulate casino. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Tables are expensive though. I like 6K. Yeah. You know what I mean? No, I've never been told no setting. I've never been told that. I feel you on that, but 6K. It's like, dude, really, when I think about it, here's the kind of man I am. I want something that's going to just work practically for me. Now, the only reason I would get a super nice table, like buy a table, fancy table, and look fancy dancy, all that stuff, would be for you guys. It wouldn't be for me. I don't care for that. All I care about is how does my table react compared to the casino. Table games. Yeah. Table games. Yeah. And to answer your question, no, I've never been told not to set the dice. That's why I try to set them really quick. Depending, I know what set I'm using. Try to do them real quick. Typically, I think you want to have them set and be releasing them and things like that within like 7 seconds. That's pretty good. Now, I meant to sit down on this because I've got a roll for sitting down. Believe it or not. I know it's going to sound funny, but I got to show you guys this. I'm not shitting you. Let me see if I can get this thing back here. I meant to sit down before we cut out here. Just so I can get this thing down here. All right, laugh all you want. I know, laugh all you want. Yeah, but just remember, I'm all about being low key, and I'm not, the fancy stuff's good and all that, but I've never, it's like, I'd rather put my money, or let's say if who I'd want on my team would be someone who's gritty. You know what I mean? That's why I like Bone Thrower. He's gritty. You know what I mean? It's just like, he's gritty. You know what I mean? It's not the show bullshit. Excuse me, it's not the show bullshit. Because it's not about that. We don't roll for show, roll for dough. Sorry, I think I might have missed a comment there. Let me see here. Got the table for 3,500, 12 foot. Nice. Still get waxed though. Thanks for the info. Yeah, you're welcome, Kevin. I don't think that was me. My fault. Arizona base. Yeah. So I was fooling around with this. I'm telling you, man. Because we have people at my local casino that roll that, and you guys have seen them. I'm not knocking anyone at all. I'm just actually showing you. You can control the dice. Preferably, I have long arms, though. But I'm just going to show you a couple rolls. And I'm purposely, what I've noticed, we're just setting a hard way set, but I'm up on the dice my regular throw. But I'm actually, I'm getting this funky tilt. But what I'm trying to do is when I release them, make sure that I at least get a straight release on it for the most part. And that seems to really work well. You know, they're going to let you get away with those short rolls like that. They're not going to sweat you when you're not hitting the wall. You know what I mean? But believe me, I sat there and rolled for like 20 minutes. I couldn't believe it. I could not. I said, "Are you kidding me? Ain't no way, man. No way, man. It's just it's ridiculous sometimes. I laugh. It's just funny. You know, stuff that works. You just never would think. Just the weird stuff. That's a little bit better. There we go. Hard 6. Yeah, I don't even know what our point was. I'm just rolling, showing you the technique, basically. So, but that's what it is, though, guys. I don't know if I'm just putting it out there. Just, you know, try to cover all my bases, guys. Hey, this has been fun, though. I mean, I'm not even going to kid you. This has been pretty fun, man. A little sit-down roller action. 2, 1, 3. Hey, you guys know I'm silly. I mean, to avoid burnout, you know, what happens is you end up finding out all these funky rolls. You know, what we're saying here. Thanks for the info. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Appreciate the books. Absolutely. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Hey, remember, keep rolling. Keep rolling. Guys that came in late, we think about the number point. Hold on. What do you think about the number point? What do you mean by the number point? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. Mr. Yodes? What do you mean about the number? What? Okay. Keep your mind blank. Are you saying like when I'm rolling? I'm sorry, I didn't understand what that was. I've been playing the point lately. Yeah, I mean, I like the point because I've been hitting doubles, but I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand. I just spilled something here. Silly how it works. Pretty long live stream, eh? I don't think, keep your mind. What you think about, when I'm rolling, what do I think about? Yeah, I don't think about anything. Truthfully, to be honest, I'm packing one up, guys. I gotta get my back medicine in here, get a little drink here on here. I try, to be honest, I try to get in the zone, and I want to get in a rhythm, you know, because you can get in a rhythm. You've got dice control, then you have rhythm rolling. Oh, do I focus on just a point or just roll? I focus on keeping my hand tight. Like I literally, I think about, okay, I go into my own little world and I think, okay, hand tight, hand tight. You know, it's just kind of like hand tight. Like I try to have a blank mind. Hand tight, dice decision, whatever it is. All right, it's, you know, whatever. Come out 7. Okay, shit. I'm double pitching right now. Okay, let me keep my hand tight again. Have an opportunity to work. So yeah, I'm only thinking about just all the mechanics. If anything, I'm just thinking it's mainly keep my hand tight, gripping the dice, hand tight. Then I just, you know, let them release. Try to let them release the best I can. And don't think. And what naturally happens is after a couple rolls, I start slipping into, especially after I push past my SRR, which is like legitimate 16 or so, whatever. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying whatever. I mean, that doesn't mean shit. I mean, it does, but, you know, whatever. Because it's about the short game. It's not about the long game. But, you know, once I start getting up into, like, you know, deep into my average, things like that, I'm like, oh, shit. And, like, then I'm like, okay, don't think. Don't think, because I know then that, like, I've entered into another level. You know, I've entered into the zone. And that's what you want to do. You want to enter into a zone. I don't know how you guys, it works for you, but for me, always when I'm at my average or at the top of my average, especially when I'm at the top of my average, say I'm at like 17, 18, 19, 20, then there's a good chance I'm getting ready to go on a strong run. You know what I mean? A nice little run. Yeah. So, you know, but you don't want to think. I mean, I've heard of some people, they're like, oh, you know, do this and that. I don't know. Some kind of hypnosis and all that, and that's great. I'm not knocking anyone, whatever. But I just try not to take long with the dice and become as mechanical as possible. Just like an over the top, like a machine. That's all I want to do. I don't want any thought. I don't want any stall. I don't want any. I mean, it's a lot to ask, I know. That's why I try to go when no one's there. Now, I film when more people are there. You know, I try to get in there here and there, but, you know, it's whatever, a bunch of freaking haters. But, anyhow, I like to go when I know I can throw early during the day and or very early morning time when I can get the dice right back. And I'm talking about where I'll throw the dice and they're pushing them right back so fast where I remember one time I wasn't used to it and I go, oh shit, okay, well, I'm going to have to practice going faster, rolling faster because they're, you know, when I go by myself, they're pushing the dice fast. It isn't like anyone's buying in or anything like that. And that is really what you want, guys. Yeah, that's yeah, you know, that's what you really want, though. That's what I want. I want to not be bothered. I want to just, you know, it's cool. You meet some nice people and all that. That stuff's great. But what you want to really do is a dice control. When you're talking about making money, remember, I'm dead serious on making money. These are like ATMs to me. I'm not bullshit when I go in there. So, you know, I'm focusing on the dice, keeping everything tight, and I'm only thinking about that grip, and as I'm thinking about that grip, I'm thinking about it so much, but not really, because it's already like embedded in me. But I'm just thinking about keeping my hands very tight, keeping them like very tight is what I'm thinking of. And as I'm doing that, all of a sudden my muscle memory and body just takes over. And next thing you know, I'm at the top of my average or middle of my average, whatever, 15, whatever. And then I have that thought, and that thought comes over like, oh shit, here we go. And I'm like, no, shut up, shut it up. You know what I mean? Because that's what you don't want to do. You just want to let yourself slip in the zone. That thought will happen like, oh shit, hey, we're doing good. No, you ain't doing shit. Excuse my mouth, but you ain't doing nothing. Keep on rolling. You know what I mean? Keep your nose down. Keep rolling. And that is how you're going to get on those long rolls. Because you won't get into deep rolls. I had a question a long time ago. Someone said, how do you get into the deep rolls and things like that? That's how I think it happens. You know, I don't just sit there and I'm like, damn, I want to roll big. I mean, I've had times like where I've said, well, I'm going to roll all sevens, like 20 or 15 in like so many minutes. And I've done that, all sevens challenge. That was positive. But, you know, typically I'm not going to walk up to the dice table. I don't know. Some people are different. I haven't experienced this where I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to roll 50. And I roll 50. No, that doesn't happen like that for me. What happens is I'll be rolling, you know, regular. Then as I start getting in deep into my average, I have this feeling come over me where I know like, oh shit, it's on. And at that point, when I realize that, that's when I got to shut that off and just become numb and roll like a machine and keep doing what you've been doing. Because I'm sure you felt that out there, guys. You felt that out there. And you're also in a rhythm too, though. You're also in a rhythm just like a good three-point shooter. That's in a nice rhythm where they're just banging threes. Banging threes, banging threes. And that's just, not to go on rant, but I hope you guys got something out of that. I mean that seriously. I mean, because I'm trying to help. That's how it happens with me. I just slip into a zone from just trying to be mechanical as I possibly can be. And when you notice yourself, you know, rolling deep, don't think about it. That's the point I'm talking about right now. You'll watch. You're going to notice it now. You're going to go, oh shit, that's what Dangerous is talking about. Yeah, exactly. Don't think. Let your body do what you've been practicing doing. Yes, oh, exactly. I know you felt it. But what happens is we fall off because we start thinking. We're like, oh shit, I'm doing well. No. Keep your head down. You're still under the heat. You know, it's like you're under gunfire. It's you against a casino. Hey, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, man. Very welcome. I mean, it's you against a casino. Think about it. That's the way I feel. You know, it's you against a casino. You got to keep your head down because, you know, it would be nice to rip off 50 on them. Not thinking about it. And once you get so deep, you're not going to think anyway. It's just at the beginning. It's kind of like at the beginning of a fight where you get the butterflies. That's the scariest part. But once the fight's on, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you really don't feel much. You know, you can get cut, you can get shot, and you really don't, not to be like gory or nothing, but I'm just saying, realistically, that's the way it is. You know what I mean? Because you're so deep in a zone. I mean, I've been so deep in a zone, like at the casino, where I came out and I'm like, damn, how many did I roll? Because it's like I became someone else. You know what I mean? I didn't allow myself to stay who I am right now. Because right now I'm, hey, what's up? Dangerous arm, whatever. But after I roll so many rolls and after I get to like 20 or so, I'm in a zone. I'm going to be becoming someone else. I become someone else at that point. You know, I'm not who I am right now. Exactly. And so when you feel that, remember that might be a key. Whatever your average is, when you get to the top of your average, don't think like, oh, I'm at the top of my average. Just let it ride, man. Let it ride. You know what I mean? Let it ride. You might be on a long roll. And then you'll be like, oh, and see, what will happen is as you keep doing that and keep doing that, letting yourself be and just roll the dice, you'll start becoming a great roller because you'll know how to do it. I'm so glad that came out, man. Appreciate that, D. That was great. Man, that was great. I'm going to have to edit that right there. Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to whatever, but, you know, there'll be times where I'll be talking and stuff will come out and I'm like, damn, I wish I had that. You know, and I'm glad that came out the way it did because that's the way it happens. You'll start feeling the zone, and most people, the reason they can't get over the edge or like dice control doesn't work because they practice and practice and practice for months after month, and they keep hitting that point. It's almost like a wall because they're like, oh yeah, I'm at, say your average is, let's just say 8, let's say it's 8 or 9, and you're like at 10 or 11. You're doing well. Don't think. Let yourself be. Let yourself be. Hey, you're welcome so much, D. You're welcome so much, brother. Trust me. Big thumbs up. Let yourself be. If your average is 8 or 9, and then you're at 10 or 11 at the casino or at the house, whatever. You know, this is the way you need to practice that. I'm not telling you what to do. This is the way I practice. I'm trying to help you to develop into a whole nother level of dice control. Because once you can get into a zone with your regular dice control, because you'll have your regular average dice control, whatever, but once you slip into the zone, buddy, and you let your body do what it does, what you've been practicing doing, and it all comes together, you don't think about it, man, that is a great feeling. And that's when you keep on coming back. But the way you'll develop what I'm talking about right now, the way you develop that, okay, is you let yourself go into that zone. Here's the scenario. You have 8 or 9 rolls. That's your average. You're at 10 or 11. You've seen that a million times, but a lot of the times you're like, oh, I'm doing well. I'm over my average. Yeah, you are doing well. You're absolutely right. You are doing well. But don't even think that but for a moment. Because that thought will happen, but for a moment. It's like having the butterflies. Don't even sweat it. Keep rolling. That's why you want the dice back fast. That's why you don't want to be there with, I'm not preaching to you, I'm just telling you strongly that's why I stress strongly you want to be there with not too many people there, because it will help you to keep that. You know, you won't have the chance to think when they're whipping those dice back because all you're thinking about is holding those dice correctly, holding them correctly, releasing correctly, releasing softly, letting your arm come back softly, everything. Not restricting the movement, letting everything be as natural as possible. And they're going to push the dice back to you so fast, you're not going to have a chance to think about it. And that's going to help you get into the zone. You're going to be like, that's what he's talking about. Yes. But let's say that if you have a lot of people there, you got people buying in and all this horse shit. Well, there goes your zone. I don't know what to say about that one. You know, that's when I get heated. You know what I mean? That's when my game is super short. But what I wanted to stress is when you slip into the zone, you can capitalize on that. Don't think about it. Let yourself go on a 10, 11 because you might be on a 20 piece or 15 piece. And if your average is 8 or 9, that's good. Don't beat yourself up. Yeah, I never say this in the videos, but that's good, guys. That's good. I'm not saying pat yourself on the back, but a little bit. You did good. Shit. The averages, I think the casinos go by one every. You're supposed to technically one every, you're on 7 out, 1 every 6 rolls. So you're already doing better than that anyway with 8 or 9 average. That's fantastic. Then you slipped into a zone, you rolled a 15 or 16. You doubled your average. Hey, you got to look at the math of it, guys. I'm not preaching at you, but I'm just saying look at the math of it. Look at the math. That's how I break it down, and you take your little victories, because those little victories, just like football, believe me, they add up. You're not going to gulp this all down at the beginning. Yeah, see, I don't bet on others too much. I try to play I try to play it slick. Sometimes you can't help it, but I tend to put my bet out there right before I go. But I'll be able to normally, you can normally see a roller. You know what I mean? You'll see a roller after they rolled a couple times. You want to look for that person. They have pretty consistent roll. But I don't. They roll the same way every time. They take care of the dice. They probably roll like you. They care about the way they take care of the dice. But they don't take too long, and they mean business with the dice. They mean business with the dice. So, but yeah, I don't bet on others very much at all. But I've had good success with it. I have had good success with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I don't care for it too much. It's all about me and my dice roll, and that's why I say, hey, don't depend on luck. That's depending on others, in my opinion. I don't believe in luck, to be honest. I mean, whatever with that shit, man, whatever. I'm not into luck. I believe in, timing and skill and opportunity. And I guess those three, with a couple other ingredients, people would say luck. You have to be at the right place, the right time. Because you never know when that big roll is going to go off. And you've been there for them and all that, and that's great. But the point is you want to be the one rolling them. Even if you're not rolling a big roll, that doesn't matter. Remember what Full Press said and what I've always said. The three and out's all you need, man. The 3 and out's all you need. And let's just say if you have a low bankroll, what I like. Give you this last tip, and I hate to cut it, guys. You guys feeling this long live stream or what? Woo! Long-winded, eh? Jeez. You know how much I don't like to be on here talking. Jeez. See, that's how I know I'm showing you guys love. Someone here super long-winded. So I want to see you guys winning, believe me. I mean, if we can get you guys trained up, where we're all dangerous, thank you. I mean, we can get everyone trained up, most people. We're at, thanks, by the way, guys. Big thanks. I can't believe I'm just now saying it. Big thanks to everyone. Past me because I wasn't banging on it. Yeah, that sucks, man. That sucks. Because you're going to have a crappy roller but beside you. And, quite frankly, that's a part of, rather, the casino's edge against us. It's craps players, rhythm rollers, dice controllers, dice influencers. I mean, money makers. Luck creators. You know what I mean? That's part of their thing, and it's like I break this stuff down. Literally, I think about this, and it drives me bonkers because they won't give you the dice for the most part. And I go in the morning, they will because they don't have enough action. And I like that. It's mostly cool people at that point too. But yeah, that woo, shit. Well, I've just been yapping and yapping. Wow. Well. Hey, welcome, guys. I wanted to say, by the way, hey, good. There we go. We got someone else coming in. We got more people. I guess start banging on the don't. Yeah, the don't. I feel you. I've had some trouble with the don't. Usually, it's no, no action, no roll. Yeah, that sucks. I hate that. But it's their bank. Jay. We'll follow their rules. We'll put our little $10, $5 pass bet down right there. Then we'll get the dice, whatever, and we'll go accordingly. We might be like, well, you know what? I built up my bankroll off the casino, so, this isn't going to hurt me to bet from the beginning. You can also do that. That doesn't hurt. I'm kind of a dick, and I'm really strict. I like to take money out of the casino. I never like to give it back. I never like to give it back, believe me. I'm not, when I have fun, I usually reach my profit. I do the 7 out. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. My key, and this is going to sound funny to you guys. But, all tall, small, $1, each $3. Yeah. And see, I keep it simple. I'm either, I'll do like the pat, like my betting. My focus is, like, I'm real simple on the betting. I went in this earlier, and my fault, I got derailed. I'm excited. You know, we're going back and forth. I think it's really positive. I think this might be the first time on the internet that I know of this interaction, guys. So, hey, we're breaking ground. I just want to say, good job, guys. Good job. We're all breaking ground tonight. I'm a real simple guy on the bets. I rely more on controlling the dice. You know what I mean? And I maneuver my bets accordingly. You know, let's just say if I'm feeling a little shaky, or I bet from the beginning. If I bet from the beginning, I'm not going to load my money up on the numbers. I'm going to assure you that. I'm not going to put the money up on the numbers for the most part. For the most part, I'm not going to load the numbers up like that. But what I will do, remember I showed you guys on the field bet, you know, I'll do the pass line. I'll do the pass line, do the come out, whatever. They're like, oh, yeah, your point is 4. Okay, we got a point of 4. We got a pass line. I will do the field bet. Then, you know, I showed you guys the 12 or the 18 on the 6-8. That's what I like when I'm really rolling cheap and I'm not, you know, I'm like, well, you know, I'm not really quite sure yet. You know, and I want to get in there. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that bet down right there, guys. That's what I'm going to do because I really don't care. You know, I'm like, you know, the odds are really good in my favor. I'm going to catch, you know, the field bet. Then I'm going to move. I just need to stay away from the 5. It's not the iron cross. You're only using it for a second. You're only using it for a second. For a couple rips, that's it. Let's say you roll a 10. Boom. So you get paid on the field. No sweat. You know, you could, like you see me in the video show, you could, at that point, first you want to move to the 5. Always move to the 5 first. Always move to the 5 first because that's your only hole. Now, you could stay down if you want. You could stay down, or you could go up on the, well, you already got the 4 covered. You could go the 4. That shit doesn't matter to me. You go 4 or 9 to get your numbers up like that. You could do that and rock that out. Normally, I hit those numbers, and I can expand out from there. If not, if you're not, you know, feeling like whatever, you know, what you could do, you could say, well, okay, you'll expand out. Can you guys hear me when I'm over here? Because I'm putting my, can you hear me okay right now? Because I'm putting my, my thing on, you know, so I can do the thing here. Did that sound okay over there? Just trying to make sure I got the sound check on that straight. Okay, thanks, KM. Thanks, KM. Appreciate it. Hey, KM, I didn't see you. Appreciate you. Just seen you. Okay, coming in a little late. Hey, we're not hating on you. We're not hating. Glad you're a part of it. We're going to be doing this maybe a couple times a week, guys. Okay? That way we'll get it all out. We're going to, you know, we're going to get a bunch of dangerous arms up and get this game together. So I can't see what you're writing right now, but what I wanted to say is what we do is we go down from the 18 on the 6-8. We were up. Damn it! It always gets on this cussing stuff, man. I want to stay on the beat. It's my fault. So we go down to 12 on the 6-8. And you can also, since maybe you throw 4s and 10s, you could pull the monies down, the 10 from the 6-8, down to the field. Say you roll the dice again. Whatever you roll, it doesn't matter. You can, at that point, come off the field. As long as you're not, you know, 7 and out, then you can move up to the 10. Then you can just stay right there and be good. Or you can roll up to the 4 as well. You know, put a pass line bet. I like to be on all the numbers and let it rip 3 times, you're out. Like if you feel shaky, let it hit 3 times. And what I mean 3 times is literally this right here. This is 3 times. Say you got your 18. Try to do this quick for you guys. Sorry, I have something in my left hand here. Okay, so this is your start off. $10 pass, $10 field, 18 on the 6, 18 on the 8. You roll, you get okay, your point's 4, right? So you've got your point of 4. Your first roll, it's 9. So you win from the field. So you go up to the 5. That's 1 win. That's 1 win, right? I consider that 1 win. Okay? You roll again. You hit. Doesn't matter what you hit, as long as you stay away from the 7. All you gotta do is stay away from the 7. Guess what? You're gonna minimum get $10. what you do then? Go up on the 9. That's what I do. Go up on the 9. Okay? Now once you have that, what you can do, you decrease your risk on the 6-8. Decrease the risk on the 6-8. That's just what I like to do. You know, it just depends. You can leave it up there. You decrease the risk on the 6-8. You now have 2. What do you do now? I don't know. Maybe you go up to the 10. So now you're covered. Now all you have to do is rely on a little bit of dice control. A little bit of skill and dice control. Avoid the 7. You roll, boom, you get a nice roll. Guess what? You hit your third one. Okay? They pay you off whatever they pay you. Minimum, what is it? $14 minimum. You're going to get paid is $14 on all that. On all that. Even if you point out, you're going to get $10. So you still hit your 3. You can take your money then. That might only be $30, guys, but don't let that little 30 fool you, because over time you can bank that 30. Keep doing that. Keep doing it over and over. Then what you do is you move up in the dollar amount that you bet. And over time, you're using the casino's money. You still follow that same 3 and out principle. Or you could use the doubles bets. You could use the doubles bets and really let it rip. I'm just telling you straight. You use the doubles bets when you're going to be a little more aggressive, obviously. That's obvious. You know, but for the most part, you do that 3 and out like that. You do that 3 and out. Then let's say that you do your 3, or, you know, you pull down after 3. So now, you either tell them take your money off, or you just pull it down. So now you're just on a pass line bet. Okay, so now you keep rolling. You keep rolling. Well, hell, now all of a sudden, you pulled your money down. You're only at 8 rolls. Now you're at 15, 16 rolls. Well, okay. Now, yes. That's a whole nother level. I do suggest moving back in. Moving back in, guys. We can do the same old betting. We can do the same old betting. Ain't, you know, whatever. Just move, you know, 6-8 for 18. You know, and do the same thing and let that rip. And believe me, if you stay, now this one, let's say on this one though, where you've already banked your profit, say you moved in here. Let's see if I got that right. Let's say you stay on a hot streak. You keep going. Load all your numbers up. Then you can just keep them loaded at 10 or go up to 15 across each one and just leave it like that and just bank. Keep banking it. Just keep banking it. Or have them all loaded. I mean, there's a lot of ways, but I try to keep it simple. Or do what I've seen is called the, I've done a couple videos on the pull and press method, where, you know, say you have your numbers, let's just say, for easy math, you have 12 on the 6-8. Just move these back here. You have 12 on the 6-8. You get paid on the 6-8. Well, hold on here. You've already got your money moved back in here. So you're up on everything now. You're all the way up across on everything. Or if you feel like you're rolling nasty, you're like, oh, well, I've got the 4 covered on the pass, so I'll save that money just because it's a better investment for me. And I'll stay off the 10 just because I'm going to ride the wave of odds of me not throwing 8 10s. That's what you've been rolling. You know, if you're noticing you're rolling consistent, because you're now hot. You're now hot. So, you know, you could ride these middle ones and still avoid these. You've only got one hole, the 10, you know. And say if you hit a 5, they're going to pay you, what's that, 12 or 14? You'll take 15, give them the 1 back, take 15, give them the 1, whatever, leave your 5. You pull it, okay? You pull the bet. Next one, say if you roll another 5, you press it. You press it. You press it up. And that's where you do all your numbers. The only issue you're going to have at the casino is keeping track of that. And right now, I can't really give you a foolproof way of doing it because I'm not at your casinos locally. So I'm just telling you straight, guys. Hope that helps out. So remember that, though. Go into the field, kind of like the Iron Cross, 18-18 on the 6-8, 10 on the pass line because you just have to. You know, you have to make the commitment. Unless you're doing the 10, you know, the 10 and 10. You know, unless you're doing what I showed you before, 10 on the pass, 10 on the don't. That way, the only way you can get hit is if you roll a boxcar 12 at the beginning. So, but hey, CK Dangerous Arm. It's been pretty crazy. Any questions while we're here, guys? We know we got a lot of people missed out. They'll see it later on. But hey, this is the groundbreaking live stream. saying my thing here, over an hour. I can't believe it. I was committing to 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Now, real quick before I get off here, what'd you guys think about that crazy ass shit, excuse my mouth, in Vegas? I mean, was that crazy or what? I mean, now really, alright, man. I just want to say, oh yeah, it does. Ah, thank you, D, thank you. Yeah, 30 does add, yeah, I know, funny, Jay. It does add up. It does, you better believe it. I mean, and that's where people, I'm trying to segue into our guy with the big bets. They're trying to make us, well, not us, because supposedly this guy was a gambler. I've been looking into it. He, I guess he moved through 160. They didn't really say that he was losing the money, but he was putting up big bets. Yeah, exactly. He was putting up big bets, but they said he had property. He was a real estate agent, he was professional, what have you, retired. And so he was kind of, I guess, a professional gambler, which that's fine. But the issue I have is with the word gamble. Because my philosophy, and I'm right in line with Bone Thrower, the way you make money in the casino is absolutely DOs. That's right. Prayers for Vegas is right. That's crazy, man. Dude's up there. I'm still not sure that it was really, I know it's going to, whatever. But I'm not sure that it really was him. I'm not sure. I know, whatever. Different website. I'm coming up with, I will be having, I don't know what the name is going to be on it. It might be Dangerous Arm News. I don't know. I'm floating it, though. I'm being serious, because I'm really heavy in the news. And, I was wanting to move out to Vegas. Yeah. See you, Sean. See you, buddy. Hey, thanks, Sean. Peace out, bro. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Really, this time, I'm going to try to calm myself down and get off in maybe 5 minutes. I'm obviously long-winded, and I knew I was, but appreciate you guys. I appreciate it. A point from earlier, we've hit close to 650. I just want to say thank you to everybody. It's great. That's why we're doing this live stream now. I've been having this in my hip pocket, wanting to do this for you guys, but I wanted to make sure we get some subscribers. I think it could maybe, catch on, but we're late right now. It's late. I wanted to do it earlier, but had some things happen, so I had to come late. But still, still came here, and we still keeping rolling. But the dude in Vegas, hey, it's not adding up, man. It's not adding up. The guy was moving through a lot of money, which I don't like. They're putting him in hotels. See, I don't care for all that, man. That doesn't impress me. That doesn't impress me. What impresses me is I have more than enough money to buy whatever I want when I want. And that's really more important, So, I can spend time with family and do things I want to do. That's way more than being a slave to the man and working your ass off and then them telling you what to do and all that. So anyway, but yeah, it doesn't sound right. The guy was shooting from, I think they said 4 football fields away, guys. 4 football fields away. Shooting down on him. Awesome. I'm just saying awesome in the fact that, that's the best way you can shoot, because when they're scrambling, they don't have anywhere to scramble. And also was seeing where they had like a big 20-foot fence, so you had 20,000 people all trampling forward, trying to get the hell out of this thing, ducking and bucking. I mean, you seen the footage on my first live stream. Man, that was incredible. When I seen that, I said, oh my God, I got to come on here and show this. This is incredible. It's incredible. And that machine gun, to me personally, you guys already know I'm kind of out there a little bit, but it's all right. What matters is I know I'm talking about on the rolling. But really, the news shit too, though, that sounded like a belt-fed machine gun. I'm just putting it out there, man. It really did. Some other people who are highly intelligent, into arms, firearms, said the same thing too. It sounded like, like the ones you see when they're like, doing like that. Exactly, D. Exactly. I mean, that's the scary shit, man. And a lot of people are in the hospital, like over 500, whatever, injured. I mean, not making light of a situation at all. I'm not at all denigrating or making light of a situation. It's horrible. It's absolutely tragic. And when I say, and when I might float it out there that it might be a situation that was set up, and he was the patsy, I'm not saying that, I know I'm stepping out there. It's okay. It's okay. Just remember, I'm a real ass dude. Trust me. I'm not at all saying that people weren't injured. I think people were injured. But, man, it doesn't sound right, man. It doesn't sound right that this dude had money. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to float it out there that maybe he had a gambling debt or two. They're trying to, but there's really no evidence up to this point. We'll see, though. Maybe there was. He was a high-stakes roller. Whatever. Even if I had the money like that, I still wouldn't bet like that. Only for the simple fact that it's going to, red flag you. Screw that, man. Screw that. I do not want attention, man. I want to walk in, get my money, have the nice lady at the counter say, "How would you like your money back, sir? Hunters be fine?" "Yes, ma'am. Thank you pretty much. Thank you very much." And I'm out. Just boom. Put my shades on. I'm out. Make sure no one's following me. All that happy stuff. You know what I mean? Shit, I'm out. But, yeah, my fault. Not to ramble, but I can't stress to you. That's horrible, man. That's horrible. And it don't make sense that one man did all that damage. I know that they were all sitting there like shooting at ducks, what have you, but whatever. I'm just putting my 2 cents on it, man. It's BS. So, hey, silly live stream though, guys. Thanks. Oh, you better believe it. You better believe it, D. You better believe it. Man, I tell you what. Wish Trump had released some damn 911 papers. He got hold him to the fire on that one, but he's got other things going on. Yeah, it all comes out, but it's like the info seems to come out kind of late, That's the way they do it. Hey, this is a good live stream, pretty good. Didn't do as much rolling, but hopefully you had a chance to see the answer some questions, and you had a chance to see that don't let that grip slip by you. Showed you that new one. Just like that, like my regular, but I bring the thumb in. Remember, I bring that thumb in. And you can hold it like this. That's a whole nother throw. You can hold it with, see the finger right here? I'll release this one. Thank you, sir. See, I'll release the thumb, or the pinky like that. Now, I have a very difficult grip, but I'm telling you, as long as my fingers don't slip on this grip is nasty. It is really nasty. But we'll try to get the dice cam going for this one. I prefer this platform to kind of talk and help you guys out a little more, because when I'm rolling, I'm focused, like a laser, and it's easier for me to, it's hard to combine them both and really be focused on, how I can help you guys. You think so, D? Crypto Wolf? Yeah, oh yeah, I've seen Crypto Wolf with a wolf mask over his head. Yeah, oh yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it, Jay. Yeah, he's crazy. Yeah, hey, I'm not gonna say anything bad about him. I would though, but nah, I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. But I'm not gonna go into it. This thing's gonna go 2 hours, but I will do this a couple times a week. Definitely, especially if you guys are saying to. I will if you guys wanna, because I'm really serious about helping you guys out. Beat up on these casinos, man. Bump them. Let's see. Definitely. Let's see. He had a subliminal moment with saying, "Oh, where's my nail filer?" A nail in his new vehicle. Well, I'll do the live stream on. It's just because we've been going long, but hey, sorry about that bump. You see, I got it here. I still haven't done a video. My fault. It's, I've got a lot I want to say, man. I'm just trying to put it all together, where I can articulate it the best. So just bear with me. But yeah, that's funny. That's how we do it, though. It's real serious. You got to file them down. I know we got trolls. I'm not saying that crypto's a troll, but what I did want to say is the book throw that he throws. I used to throw that throw, and I'm going to do a video on that throw, guys. Just a solid video on it. And I've been meaning to, but, it's just a lot of different things going on. I used to do that. Now, I didn't have this throw up like this. It took me a while to get my fingers on the edge, rather. But I'd actually get my fingers down like this. Like this. See how my fingers are over the front of it? Like that. I get them over the front of it. Like that. And I, do like this. And I have my 3 fingers like this. Like that. And I would always like to be at 8 foot out. And I would bring it out, bring it back like that. But the issue with that is, it was weird getting used to getting away from that. It was weird getting used to getting away from that. But I mean, I had a serious roll, but it stands out. Everyone knows what you're doing, man. And so I would, bring it back a little bit, boom, like that, just like they show in the book. But I had to jump out of the book. And I started using another way. Okay. It's just that way you see people doing it, and they'll bring the dice. I'm not knocking crypto. Come on now, I'm not. Dude's bad. He seems like he's got a tight roll. Now I'm a straight shooter. Would I suggest him for new people? I'm not saying that. I'm gonna suggest Dangerous Arm, obviously. Golden Touch, Bone Thrower, Easy Way. Is it Easy Way? I think it's Easy Way. I think it's Easy Way. Yeah, he's real smooth. But I had this way where I'd go in some deep rolls. Now watch close. I'd take the dice like this. I'd bring them up, down, then throw. So instead of coming back like that, it would be more of like a little Tai Chi move. Where I'd go up. I'm doing it in slow motion. Up, down, like that. So I'll do it in regular motion. You see how it's like a little baby hitch? It's just a little baby thing. And I've had some really deep rolls. I was going to show you guys that. You know what I mean? It's so much I want to show you. I can't show you all at one time, man. Let me see, I'm long-winded. I try to tell you in the videos, I'm not trying to talk. I mean, just because this happens. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so that's one of the ones I've enjoyed. I've got away from it, to be honest. So I'll show you one more time with that one. With that one, I bring it up, down, back, and boom. But it happens all in like a one motion, like a fluid motion. So remember, I'm going up, down, back, boom, all one motion. That was short, but you know what I mean. Damn it, that was a 639 flipped on me. But yeah, though, so yeah, I've seen Crypto Wolf. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. Man, I haven't seen anything from him in a while. I've seen from him in a while, rather. I haven't seen anything from Golden Touch either. KM. Hitch and White. Ah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Ah, yeah, I feel you, Jay. I feel you. Well, I ain't mad at anybody, man. People, dudes, I mean, shit, I've got like 240-something videos out, man, and I was thinking about it. I got this phone. It's a Motorola Z. They don't pay me anything, obviously. Motorola Z. Guy was like, yeah, a real nice guy. I was going to go with the people on the phone, the company I go with, things like that. And they didn't call me back, so I had to go to the local dealer and retailer dealer thing. And, I'm happy with the salespeople there. They were real nice to me. He's like, hey, the Moto Z, I told him I do, YouTube videos and things like that because I want him to get me into something that's going to be nice instead of my stuff I had. I mean, I wish that my videos, were way crispier. I can't go back, you know what I mean? But it's like, damn, man, I had some nice stuff going on. But, it was like Technicolor, man. I mean, come on, I'm going to keep it real. Shit, come on now, I'm going to keep it real. I'm not, I'm not a fraud. I mean, I'm not happy about the Technicolor, but he put me in this, what he called a super phone. It's 500. It was 750, is what he said, 750. But it's only 2 months old, so it does all the stuff, and he says it goes up to 4K. I haven't quite looked into that. I mean, I'm up on technology, but that's not like that, man. I mean, that's just like whatever, man. That's right now, whatever. But I know that it's crisp for you guys, and you can hear me good. That's what matters. So, but I showed you the hitch in another one. That's good. But you hadn't seen this one. I don't like to do like the hitch is fine. You can get away with that. But the You know, the pendulum swing, though, I think it shows way too much. Because I've been at the casino, and this guy will do this thing where he takes the dice and he, spins them around, does all this crap. Finally, after a minute, he's got them. Then he, whatever. Whew. Yeah, I'm getting tired, guys. Hey, I got to get off here. I'll holler at you, though. Hey, see you next time. Dangerous on Craps.